Welcome to NewsNet with news and information for pastors and leaders in Washington Conference. I'm Heidi Baumgartner. You are welcome to chat with us during the webcast. The chat feature is available on the streaming interface, and any questions will be answered in the chat box or by email. In our headline story, Souls Northwest just found a new home, and it's right here in Washington Conference. Souls Northwest will be opening their Bible Worker Training Program this month at Sunset Lake Camp. Already, there are 16 students enrolled within a capacity for 30 individuals. Souls Northwest offers a 2-year intensive training program to help adults learn how to share their faith through door-to-door ministry and Bible studies. This is a highly practical training program that combines classroom instruction with field training. Get better acquainted with Souls Northwest and join us in welcoming them to Western Washington. Pull out your smartphone or tablet and download the brand new Adventist app game called Heroes. Heroes is a comic book style trivia game based on the lives of Abraham, David, Esther, and other prominent biblical characters. Players can learn their stories and test their Bible knowledge by answering as many questions as possible within 60 seconds. Correct answers earn players mana, which they can trade for game helps or effects as they level up. This is the first Seventh-day Adventist game for iPhone and iPad. The free app is available in the iTunes App Store. What if you could nurture a highly relational church experience right in your own home? That is part of the idea behind House Church, an old concept finding new relevance.
Hi, I'm Bill McClendon, Vice President for Church Growth in the Washington Conference. Recently, our administration and executive committee approved an additional church planting strategy for house churches. And today, I'm excited to share with you the details of this new strategy. Long ago, Ellen White wrote these words, "I saw jets of light shining from cities and villages, and from high places and low places of the earth. God's word was obeyed, and as a result, there were memorials for him in every city and village. The truth was proclaimed throughout the world." What are these memorials in every city and village? It's clear from the context that these are churches that she saw in every city and village. Let me share a little bit of history with you. In 2012, the Washington Conference had 91 churches and companies. 10 years later, in 2012, that number had only grown to 95. And while we're grateful for the growth of new work, we have a long way to go. Notice these statistics. Using the current population only and not taking into consideration future growth, there are already 40 communities with a population over 10,000 that we have no Adventist congregation. Someone long ago once said, "If we always do what we've always done, we'll always get what we've always got." We also face special challenges when trying to reach the large urban areas of our conference. The cost of real estate in major metro areas has forced most of our churches into suburbs where property is available. Unchurched city dwellers are not likely to drive to a suburban church to hear the Adventist message. Some urban centers are totally abandoned in terms of Adventist churches. And growing a church large enough to purchase or to build a building takes an enormous amount of time and resources. So how will we ever reach our territory with the everlasting gospel? One solution is the house church. While the idea is certainly not new, it hasn't been seen much in recent years. Think of some of the advantages of a church that meets in a home. First, it's highly interactive and relational. All members have an opportunity to engage in ministry. The resources are not focused on building and operating expenses, but on outreach and evangelism. A recent research indicates that a traditional church can spend anywhere from 82 to 96% of their financial resources on maintaining the building. House churches are an easier entry point for an unchurched person. All house churches can be lay-led and multiplication can happen rapidly. I think you can see there's some tremendous advantages to house churches, but there are also challenges that come with this model as well. The greatest challenge is connecting a person attending a house church to the worldwide Adventist church. We believe we have a solution. Not just one house church, but a series of networks of house churches. This model incorporates both the public setting, which is a monthly network meeting and shared evangelistic outreaches we'll talk about in a minute, and the house setting for the weekly worship service. Let me explain. Each house church would meet in someone's house every Sabbath morning for worship. But one Sabbath a month in the afternoon, all house churches in a network would meet together in a nearby Adventist church for a special meeting. This monthly meeting would be used for fellowship, worship, testimonies, baptisms, and quarterly communion. We want to make sure the purpose of any church plant is evangelism. House churches are encouraged to grow through the multiplication of new house churches. Every house church leader should be mentoring someone within their fellowship to launch the next house church. The network of house churches participates in the shared evangelistic and outreach activities, including at least one public meeting annually. The offerings that are collected during the monthly network meeting could be used for this purpose. We are anxious to see what God will do in this new area of church planting. We are looking for lay people who are sensing the call to be church planters. If you would like more information, I invite you to contact me at 253-681-6008, or you can email me at bmcclendon@waconference.org.
A network of house churches is scheduled to begin soon, and our team is looking forward to developing this method of growing God's kingdom. Pick up ministry training without leaving home. This year's Festival of the Laity will be offered virtually. You can participate right from your home or office in this ministry training for adult Sabbath school, personal ministries, and prison ministries. The virtual festival is scheduled for September 11 to 14. Register to participate at festivalofthelaity.com. All church elders in Washington Conference are invited to attend an elders meeting on September 28 at 4 p.m. at the Auburn Academy Church. The meeting will discuss plans, upcoming events, and resources. Spouses are invited. You are also invited to stay for the Prayer Rally and Heritage Singers concert. The Heritage Singers will be in concert at the Reach Seattle Metro Prayer Rally on September 28. You will enjoy this evening of prayer, worship, and inspirational singing. This prayer rally and concert will close out our 40-day of prayer session and usher in a series of Bible prophecy meetings beginning on or around October 4. Bring your family and friends to the prayer rally and concert on the campus of Auburn Adventist Academy. Pick up your free tickets at prayerrally2013.eventbrite.com. We are on the eve of Reach Seattle Metro. We have 64 churches presenting 100 plus Bible prophecy meetings. Our 40 days of prayer is underway, and we hope you are participating in the daily prayer teleconference at 6 a.m. This month, we will have more than 1.2 million handbills in the mail and 225 radio spots airing on 5 stations. Our Northwest Adventist family will be joining us in a day of prayer on September 28 and throughout October. Join us in praying for God's blessing for Reach Seattle Metro. Just a reminder, your church needs to submit its resource order for Reach Seattle Metro this week. This includes your handouts, Bibles, giveaway items, and more. You can find these resources to order at washingtonconference.org/reachresources. Kevin Wilfley, Spiritual Growth and Prayer Coordinator for Washington Conference, is inviting all pastors to a spiritual retreat at Sunset Lake Camp. The spiritual retreat will be a time of prayer, Bible study, and reflection. The retreat will be held October 7 to 9. You are welcome to come and enjoy this spiritual retreat experience. December 14 is Homecoming Sabbath, and we encourage you and your church to make plans for reconnecting with members and friends who are no longer attending your church. Identify who these people are, why they are no longer active in your church community, and how you can best reach out to them to invite them back into your church community. Make plans for a special welcome home for the holidays on December 14. Washington Conference's tithe year to date in July is $9.4 million. We are 1.63 behind our tithe compared to where we were last July. Our overall membership is 22,371 people. So far this year, 328 people have joined the Seventh-day Adventist Church in Western Washington by baptism or profession of faith. Many of our churches are checking the accuracy of their membership records. We applaud you for keeping accurate records and encourage you to follow proper procedure for cleaning up your church records. We have several upcoming events in Western Washington that will help your church grow healthy disciples for Jesus. Please visit the conference website to learn more about the Church Growth Practicum in September at North Cascades Church, the conference-wide elders meeting in September, and the prayer conference in November. Encourage your members to spiritually grow their families through events this fall, such as the Women's and Teens Fall Retreat, the Pathfinder Camporee, and the Adventure Family Camp. These events are all designed to help young people and their families grow in their spiritual growth experience. Another resource that we have available for pastors is the Pastor's Retreat House at Sunset Lake Camp. You are welcome to reserve this house by contacting the ministerial department for further instructions. We covered a lot of topics today. The featured resources, including the statistical reports and prayer rally information, are available from the pastor's resource page at washingtonconference.org/resources. Our verse of encouragement comes from Psalm 5, where David says, "Let all who take refuge in you be glad. Let them ever sing for joy. Spread your protection over them, that those who love your name may rejoice in you. Surely, Lord, you bless the righteous. You surround them with your favor as with a shield." Thank you for joining us today. This webcast will be archived for viewing on demand at washingtonconference.org/media. We hope you'll join us for NewsNet on Monday, October 7. I'm Heidi Baumgartner, and I wish you God's blessings in ministry.